Previously on Cyberpunk Edge of Extinction.
Bring me a whiskey before I pop this dance in.
She digs her high heel into your face.
It's just another Saturday. No! Oh, God. No, I don't like this.
Why don't you just have someone make a copy? Or...
You haven't heard from Red Ghost, have you?
He's dead.
Red Ghost is dead.
Yes.
Or is that what he told you to say?
You're looking for Roach.
Just the man I wanted to see. Maybe you have something that's real boring I could slot for a little while. Just sitting on a couch watching TV with a family or something.
Ghost, if you want to take some time for yourself.
I've never been to a drone fight before. What I think is cool about these is, like, you can just repair the bots. So if you just completely destroy something, you can just put it back together and,
Two of you show up at knockouts. The floor is slick with blood. Jackhammer with just a hole in his skull slumped against the wall. And you see Rhonda with her throat slashed open, lying dead. Welcome to Infinite-Sided Dice, where we tell stories and the dice decide our fate. We're back with another episode of Cyberpunk Edge of Extinction. We rejoin the crew. Shit-wrecked Ricky, discovering Rhonda Lee and Jackhammer and Oleg's bodies at the dark knockouts. As we rejoin them, Poltergeist arrives on the scene with Tiny, the fighter who was hanging out with her at the drone fights. Poltergeist, you arrive and you see the darkened knockouts. You don't know. What did you give her any further information other than come immediately?
It's not good.
Okay.
And then in the time that she takes to get there, I think we'd look around a little more, and maybe would we turn on a light or two? There's no reason to be in the dark.
At this point, we start turning on lights.
And I'm looking for any security footage or anything, even though we don't expect to find anything.
The scene is no less grim with the lights on.
We tread very carefully not to trample on evidence.
My eyes are red because I cried a bit.
Okay.
Because I liked her.
Poltergeist, do you walk in or are you okay? Tiny is shell-shocked. He stops at the door. He looks at the scene. He gets sick on the floor. And then he walks back out the front door and sits against the wall in a catatonic state.
I would also like to have grabbed her agent because I heard it ping, right? So I'd look for it and see if I can look through it or.
Yeah, you go into investigation mode. You pull up her agent, start scrolling through. You see a message to someone named Manji. With the name of your dad. And then Manji says, I'll bring him by in the morning. It's still it's night. The message says, sorry for the delay. I'll bring him by in the morning. Meaning, and you can surmise from the time that the message was sent that it means actually tomorrow morning.
And what's the timeline on when Rhonda texted me to now? Like, what's the different time?
It wasn't very long. So looking through the sequence of texts, the messages that are saved on the agent, you see a conversation between her and Manji. You see a text to a message to Roach that is a cryptic series of emojis. The conversation with Manji is about your dad. Manji says, "I'll bring him by," or he's being released right now. We'll be there in 20 minutes. And then there's the message to you from Rhonda. Then there is quite a bit of time passes, so like almost like an hour, I guess. And then you see Manji saying, "There's been a mix-up with some of the paperwork. I'm going to have to bring him by in the morning." No response. You see your message to Rhonda, we're here, or I can't remember exactly what you said.
Yeah.
And no response.
So there's like a few hours between me getting the text and us arriving.
Yeah. There's from the time when Manji says your dad should be released, and then she messages you. You imagine that it's been an hour or two.
Okay.
But a pretty short window, like all things considered.
Yeah. Looking at this, it has not got to do with my dad. I wonder if it's the dance.
It's got to be the dance. But I'm assuming it's missing. I'm assuming they found it.
I searched her for it. I doubt it's there.
Yeah, conceal reveal objects from both of you guys. You want to find a thing that has been hidden?
Yes.
Terrible. 3.
14.
A 14. With a 14, you're able to find her agent. You start going through her stuff. Once you collect your feelings and thoughts, no, the brain dance you're looking for is not there.
Can I look at this room and with my extreme combat training try to surmise how it went down? How was she held? How was she killed?
Oh, the level of the yeah.
Was there a fight from Jackhammer? Like, I just want to literally go into the zone and see if I can
Retrace
piece together exactly what happened in combat in this moment.
Yeah, let's add do a deduction, but let's add 1.
Okay.
I buy that.
10.
Okay, so 10 total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're you do have combat prowess. You're not a forensics person, so there's so much, only so far you can go. You see Oleg and Rhonda both died in similar ways. Precise slashes across the throat from a bladed weapon. Jackhammer died from a bullet wound to the head. You get he is right next to the door. It looks like maybe he only got a few steps in the door before he was taken out. And that shot could have been fired from the same position as standing. Like if you stand over, I'll give you this. If you stand over Rhonda's body you feel like you could have made a shot that killed Jackhammer in the same spot. So you can't be 100% sure, but this would all have been possible by a single attacker.
Great.
If they were trained at your level or higher.
Well, so much for a better life, you two. I guess I ought to pack my bags and find something else to do and waste my time with.
Well, you're not in jail, so that's one thing.
Why don't we check? Have you check for signs of forced entry? You're better at that than I am.
Okay. Yeah. And by the way, you can cross
What if-
Dreamland if you need.
Great.
Listen,
She didn't make it sound this serious. I mean, that she said...
she said she wanted it just to have one up on Gio.
She wanted to screw him over.
Yeah, that's it.
But she didn't sound afraid of him in this way that he might retaliate, and we did not go immediately to her, so... And you weren't seen, and you were not really seen.
I'm not there.
That guy who doesn't talk was barely seen.
Well, at this point, she's dead, so it doesn't really matter if it's our fault or not, does it?
No, I'm trying to figure out if we're gonna be next or not.
Yeah, it's less about that, no. It's more about where's this going? Is it gonna find its way to our doorstep?
I'll check for forced entry.
Okay. We checked. We checked for security footage, right? And there was none.
I didn't hear back, but I was gonna look. Yeah.
So, Loren, you receive a message. It's been a little bit of time since you received your message.
Okay, so I take the chip out and then realize I've been notified. I look at it and I go, oh, God damn it. Yeah, I pop a cigarette, light it, and start heading over.
Okay. Yeah. Loren arrives on the scene after maybe 20 minutes after Poltergeist did, and Poltergeist was across town. Forced entry, you can investigate that as well. Deduction or perception.
Hard to say.
Does this look like a pro to you?
I mean, it could have been.
17.
Yeah, the 17. You see the lock has been melted, presumably by some kind of heat blade of some kind. Would be your best guess.
Do the Danger Gals do hits? What do we know about that?
I mean, not really. Everything we found out about them is that they seem to be doing mostly, I mean, they're a
Security.
third party, you know, hired hand security.
Sec firm. Yeah.
I think I probably should reach out to Manji, though, just to tell her what's going on.
Yeah, I agree.
I ping Manji.
Would you have Manji's contact? I guess you could get it from Rhonda's agent if you didn't.
I felt like I would because she's the one who got me out, and I thought that we were kind of connected, but maybe not.
Yeah,
throw
she's
you the
more.
agent?
She's more like just a contact on the
Great.
inside for
I'll
Rhonda.
use Rhonda's agent then and say, this is Ghost. They got Rhonda. Maybe you should head over here. Or not.
At this hour, I don't think you hear back yet.
Great.
I think it's reasonable to assume she would be asleep.
So I take a look at it and I'm like, oh, God damn it. Well, where am I gonna work now? And I turn around to start leaving.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at you and be like, you don't want to run the place, do you?
Do I look like I belong in a leadership position?
You don't look like anything, but that doesn't mean you can't do anything you want.
I don't think I want to run a play pretend fighting ring. No.
I was just asking.
Okay.
Well, Loren, where are you going?
I'll go back home, I guess. It's late, man. I gotta find a job tomorrow.
We're a little worried that we want to figure out if whatever this is gonna find its way to us.
It'll find its way to you, but we don't have any evidence that we were even there.
Okay.
I think. Did you show me the blade, where a heated blade?
I would have told everyone about that.
I think Anais knows what that weapon is. Does Ghost have any kind of knowledge about it?
I think knowledge of weapons is definitely in Poltergeist's wheelhouse.
Okay.
If there's anything she knows about, it's that.
Can I try to surmise weapon type and perhaps manufacturing origin?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what do you think it is?
There's this sick-ass melee blade that you have to heat up, and you have to spend like 50 eddies on a battery pack every time you use it. It's this I was looking at it because it's so badass. I think it's in black chrome, and I was like, and it was some kind of exotic melee weapon. I can't remember off the top. I could probably find it.
And who's the manufacturer?
I don't remember. It's either, I would assume, Militech or Arasaka is a good guess. One of them. It's either Apple or Google.
How often do people in my staff in Dreamland need medical attention?
It's not unheard of. I mean, you're running jobs right now, so things can get real dangerous. You're about to come into a lot of money if everything goes right with Jean. If you want to keep a medic around to keep you alive.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. How much do they pay you here?
Why are you looking for, looking to get in some trouble and you need some patch doctor?
A, yes. B, I run a club where a bunch of gang members run in and out and get hurt sometimes, and one of my employees likes to give everyone synth coke so accidents happen.
Well, in that case, they usually pay me, 2,000 eddies a week.
I do not believe you.
Nice try, though. I applaud your effort.
You can't blame a guy for trying.
Oh, absolutely not. No, I don't blame you for trying.
How much do I make, by the way?
I don't know. Rhonda's books are around here somewhere. You could do
That is a skill you have.
Bookkeeping!
Yeah.
And accounting!
You said
Let me look at our books!
You said 1,000 eddies was
1,000
my
eddies.
day rate plus 200%?
Yeah, so we could do some math backward on that.
I can look for the books.
But more importantly, does Ghost know what I know?
Does Ghost know what you know? That's a
About
Rostov.
A Rostovic?
Yeah, I think you would be able to make that assumption.
And would I know how easy it is to find, like, Sovoil weapons?
The thing is, in Night City, you actually, this is where your knowledge has an interesting gap. Because you've never had to go out and buy weapons, you don't really have a real idea of like how hard it is or easy it is to get anything. But you would know the make, model, and how to use it. So you could offer that information up to everyone. Yeah.
I don't know how important it is for anybody, but this was melted with the Rostovic cleaver.
Gotta be important for something.
It's a real fancy melee weapon.
Cleaver. Do I have any street knowledge of any particular gangs or anything like that. That might
you,
I'm gonna ping
like
Blades with the info. Ask her to
look up the weapon?
could
look up the
also-
weapon and if she can find who sells it in the city.
We'd also visit the wise man. You would probably know.
Who the fuck's the wise man? Who was?
You met the wise man.
JJ's.
We were there. JJ's.
Guys, my brain is at 20%. I'm so sorry.
You can make a streetwise check if you want.
Okay.
You were there.
How do you not? Yeah. All right, plus 10. Yeah, 12.
Yeah, you know, JJ's is an okay place to start. He carries some exotic stuff. Okay. You've never seen this particular make or model for sale anywhere, so it's reasonably rare. Okay. Where are you going? Are you staying, or are you...
I just want to make sure we deduce everything from here.
Yeah, what's the next lead that you want to pursue?
We searched her office, right? This brain dance isn't anywhere.
As far as you can tell,
No
that
security
it's not on
footage.
premise.
There's no security footage. There's no. Did this attacker step in blood? Is there a boot print?
No,
Doubtful.
I don't
This
think
looks like
so.
a real professional. I don't
Yeah.
think we're gonna find anything else.
Okay. Right.
That weapon
let's
info
go
is
in there.
our best lead. So thanks.
Feels like a pro. And please remind me, what brought us over here? Did she say, "Hey, you can come now"?
She said that my dad would be here, but looking at her agent, she was told he'd be here, messaged me, then was told that it would take until tomorrow morning. And between her messaging me and us arriving, this happened.
Which was mere an hour tops, maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was not a lot of time. If you really wanted to narrow it down, you could probably narrow it down to like a 30-minute window where, because she doesn't respond to Manji saying tomorrow morning, you assume she's dead by then.
Okay. And I'm gonna keep her agent.
Just in case.
I'll message Manji and say, don't go back to Knockouts, come to Dreamland. Safer.
Yeah.
Let's go. I say we go to JJ's to follow that lead, the lead on the blade.
Yeah.
That's my suggestion. But I think we buzz Dreamland to be
On alert?
on alert.
All right, I'll call in.
Yep.
I'll call in extra eyes, and I'll ping Blades and my mom to not go there for a while.
Yep.
And there's one more thing I wanted to do. Oh, give sympathies to Tiny and tell him he can call the authorities or do whatever he'd like. Sorry for your loss.
One last thing, just in case. CCTV footage outside of
That's a good call.
Yeah.
That's what Ghost would do. Red Ghost.
yeah. What I learned from the best.
And that footage goes where?
Well,
Who has that?
Anything at the Knockouts building has been removed or burned. But I think what you're talking about is anything from the street.
Yeah.
Street footage. Yep.
Yeah, it would be great if you had a Netrunner.
What's a Netrunner?
Yeah, make yeah. So I'm trying to think how many buildings are nearby. There is one located across the street with a camera that might have caught something. It's all closed up for the night.
Because we're talking about the door. the door that was singed. That's the front door. The door that Okay, so so we spot that. And what did you want me to roll?
I didn't actually want you to roll.
Okay.
You do see there's a place across the street that has a camera on the street that has a camera that you're like, it could have maybe caught something, but you don't really have any way of getting that footage unless you go and talk to whoever owns the building.
Yeah.
It's boarded up or it's not boarded up, but it's closed up for the night.
Okay.
What's the business?
It's a small it's a small vehicle engine repair shop. It's just looks like you do like a one-man kind of workshop kind of vibe, possibly other tech upgrades and things like that. It's just called Manny's Moto and Tech Repair.
Okay.
Another lead, possibly when they open. Okay.
There's no way to like slip a note under the door, is there? Everything's like sealed up.
There's a way to slip a note if you want to slip a note.
All right, I'm just gonna quickly write up a note that says, break in at Knockouts, need outdoor footage if you have it, stay safe, and then my number.
Okay.
Under the door.
All right, you do that. And then you're headed back to Dreamland for a bit.
Yeah, or J. Are we going to JJ's first?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the middle of the night.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting it's the middle of the night. I keep forgetting it's the middle of the night.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
a late night meeting to begin with because it's a shady deal.
Got it.
But yeah, and then now you've been investigating for well over an hour.
Back to Dreamland. I'll crash on the couch.
Yeah.
I might take watch.
Yeah.
If we're all going to be there, we could take turns taking watch.
Sure. I would have used what money I could to outfit it with the best security I can.
Talking about Dreamland? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It was already pretty... It was a fortress.
That's right. That's true.
To begin with.
I'm sure we destroyed a few things, but got those repaired.
Yeah. Great. Back to Dreamland. FaZe is awake.
Obviously.
When you walk in, he's like, "Boss, you got company here."
Who?
And you look, and seated at all the different tables and chairs are, how many?
God damn it.
Five women, each with a familiar DG insignia on their jacket, all armed to the teeth, looking casual but on alert.
Gals, welcome
Hey,
to
Ricky.
Dreamland.
Shit wrecked? We need to talk.
Yeah, we do.
So you all come in and sit down, or are we hostile?
No, is Mel there?
Yeah.
I'll come and sit down.
No, I'm
I
there.
recognize Melanie.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand if you'd like us to join. Two of us are pretty great at our job.
Loren, you went back home, right?
I did.
So
Oh, Loren, you're
while
not
this is happening, I think Ghost leans up in the door frame, because of course she does, and she just messages Loren, "You'll never believe it, the Danger Gals just showed up. LOL."
I go, Melanie, this is much better.
What I can't figure out is why you would make such a big commotion if you were planning on just Ice and Geo.
We didn't ice Geo.
Whoa. That's news to us.
Well, somebody got his brain splattered all over the inside of his vault.
When?
Tonight? Earlier?
How long ago?
Maybe... What time is it? She gives you a time that's maybe 30 minutes before you assume Rondo is killed.
That's pretty interesting. We saw a similar scene just moments ago.
She sizes you up.
I do the math because I'm great at it. Could someone take out Geo? Make it to knockouts? Could someone make it to Little Caesars? And make it to knockouts? And
In 30 minutes or less?
That is what.
Can you get from Little Caesars?
Yeah, Little Caesars.
to Little Caesars Palace to knockouts in 30 minutes or less?
Because otherwise
Otherwise, your
the assassination's free, right? Yeah.
These bodies are hot and ready.
Yeah, it's possible. It's quick.
Little Caesars is always. Okay, sorry.
You know what? Let's chat privately. Yeah?
I mean, no one else is here.
Oh, we're inside. Where's you? It's the middle of the night, asshole. Bro, but it's the middle of the night in Dreamland, though.
Privately from the Danger Gals, or
No.
Okay.
He's confused.
With the danger
Okay.
gals.
You got
So wait, you guys failed to protect him? Did you have him heavily guarded?
Oh, shipwrecked. It's not nice to be rude to our guests.
Asking a question, a valid question.
I'm sure their security was great. And Geo had it coming.
Well, that's true.
this was done by a pro.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe I underestimated you. We did find a dead guard, and we did lose one aerial vehicle on the night in question when our boy Ricky here made such a commotion. I wasn't sure if it was just a joyride or some sort of punk rock bullshit, but I just don't think it's you. You don't seem like capable of the type of shit this guy did.
We're plenty capable of things. However, this was not us. Also, if he's dead, then he's not paying you, so what do you care?
Well, that's just it. He's not paying us, so we need to get our money from somewhere.
Fair.
What are the details of the scene? How did he die? Any kind of...
Throat slit?
Yeah?
How did they break into the vault?
We're not exactly sure. We presume Geo, under threat of his life, let him in. Or he's been known to take girls in there. So,
It happened in the middle of the night.
yeah, the VIP room's been closed because of your bullshit. So there'd be no reason for anyone to be up there. Unless Geo was taking one of his girls into the vault.
No. But you don't have security footage of anyone coming in or out.
Nope.
Because it disappeared shortly after it happened?
Yep.
Well,
Do I have any way to share the photos I take?
Yep.
Okay. I would have documented the crime scene to look at later and see if I missed anything. This is the situation over at Knockouts, and I'll share it.
Yeah, gimme. Circuit grabs it and puts it in and throws it up in a projector on the wall. And the gals sort of examine it. Familiar scene.
Yeah, we think it happened about a half hour after you're kind of saying you think that happened.
I don't know if it's helpful at all, but I've got a pretty good hunch that they broke into Knockouts using a pretty high-grade weapon.
Like I said, they're pros. Hold on a second. Let's rewind a little bit here. What connects Geo, other than that they run gambling establishments, what connects Geo to Rhonda?
yeah.
For some reason, I do trust them, weirdly.
Yeah. I think it's time.
And also, like, this bullshit was not our bullshit, so I don't really care.
Nope.
Rhonda hired us to steal something out of Geo's vault, which we did.
So, Mel, you can feel good about that. You were right. I was there to rob him.
Well, we knew that.
But weren't there to kill anybody.
Yeah, so whatever this thing is we stole, got them all killed.
It was just a little business rival bullshit. She just wanted a little something that he had.
She wanted to take him down a peg. She wanted him to get in trouble for losing what he had.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what we were told.
Yeah.
Because she thought that the cut that she was paying to him was unfair, too large. They'd take him down a little peg.
And it was Militech that this was collateral over?
That is...
Right?
The understanding. The details, we didn't really care. I was like, what do you want? Like, we'll get it because
We needed favor.
because we needed something. That's it. Favor for a favor. Plain and
So
simple.
what was it that you exactly stole?
It's a brain dance.
It was a brain dance, and I'm assuming that this person, that whoever killed both of them, was looking for it.
And they have it.
Yeah. They probably extracted the information from Geo. Once they realized he didn't have it, they killed him, and then they found their way to Rhonda.
Well, fuck. Emmy, can you do the accounting on this? She, the little thing. Total write-off. God damn it.
He hadn't paid you yet?
Half up front, 50% loss on a job that should have been... The worst part of this job was supposed to be dealing with his...
Everything.
Well,
If any of it's art's real, you
Fuck
could
it.
probably sell it.
good luck to you.
Wait.
We gotta go.
Okay, I gotcha.
Something else I can do for you?
No.
Well,
but
you know, maybe they know who sells the weapon in town. I don't remember what it's called.
I
You
doubt
know what
it.
it is.
Do you know about a Rostovik cleaver?
Nasty piece of kit.
Absolutely.
That would make sense. What do you know about Rostoviks? Emmy? Not a lot sold in town.
That's what I thought. Pretty, high grade.
do you know who would sell it?
That's gonna be a get back to you question.
I guess that's what I mean. Keep the lines of communication open, just in case. At the end of this rainbow is a pot of gold for you guys that you're owed.
Well, all we're gonna look to do is secure our reputation. This fucking sucks. We let a client die under our bodyguard watch, even if he was just some mook. Our reputation is gonna be... it's not
I'm
great.
happy to help out with that in any way I can. I've been known to influence a person or two.
Same.
We'll keep it in mind.
Yeah, let me know if you got any way you want to spin it. I'll put it out there.
This is not... I'm not messing with you guys. Just to be clear, you guys had the place guarded. This guy got in and out.
Don't fucking remind me.
I'm just making sure. That's a level of professionalism that...
Terrifying, really.
I mean, that's a fucking ninja shit.
Because you guys are really good. Like,
So,
They'd have to be as good as me. Or better.
I mean...
I guess so.
Don't give him any ideas.
And probably better at piloting AVs.
Well,
Oh, look at that. They figured it out.
we lived.
All right. This sucks for both of us. We'll keep... If it's okay with you, if we hear
It's
anything,
just-
we'll let you know.
It's just so frustrating.
Yeah.
Okay. No beef.
No beef.
No beef.
We'll keep it in mind.
Let me
Let's
know.
go. And they all walk out. And Suvi says, Portia says hi?
Oh, good. I say hi back. But don't tell her about the shit wreck thing. We're Nautica friends.
Okay.
You already did. All right, it's fine. Just convince her to keep it to herself, if you can.
Okay, they leave. I'm really digging that Mel.
Very clear. Very clear. Perhaps after this, you can romp around the town together.
No, I just mean she's a pro. There's no, like, yeah.
They were surprisingly nice. I will give them that. Even if their security's shit.
Learned something, did we?
What?
That being nice is okay even if you're a badass?
Okay, Ricky,
Well,
calm
if they
down.
weren't that badass, they let someone die.
Point taken. That's very good. So, get a little bit of rest. Check with JJ in the morning.
Yeah. The thing is like, I don't care about all of this because it's not anything to do with us, but I'm afraid it's gonna come back and bite us in the ass somehow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because I don't want to pursue it. Because, like, I don't care about the brain dance, but I also don't want to die later because of it, so...
Well, isn't there some creepy businessman that wants something from you?
Correct. Yes.
Is this something he should know about?
Not unless it relates.
Here's the thing. What he wants is supposed to be delivered to us tomorrow.
Correct. If she shows up, now that this has happened.
Is it still on the way?
If it shows up, now that all this has happened.
One way or the other, are we going to have to tell them that there's been either it's on the way or there's a delay?
Right. And we'll know in the morning.
Okay. So we'll just wait.
Okay.
Okay.
You just wait. Poltergeist, you crash at Dreamland?
Yeah, I think me and Ricky are having a sleepover on these couches.
Yeah, it's
All the couches are right next to each other, so I guess that's where we're both sleeping.
Completely.
I bring out more passed out employee blankets. I just have like I have a filing cabinet, but it's just full of blankets for people pass out on the couch.
This is the phase blanket. This is the Ricky blanket. This is the guest blanket.
I don't want the phase blankets.
You don't want the phase blankets.
Yeah. You crash out for the night. Loren, you head home. Is there anything you want to take care of while all this happens?
I figure in the days off, I would have contacted Roach to get a couple of other brain dances as well. So I wouldn't just be with the one.
Okay, sure.
I'm assuming some of them are longer than 10 minutes, and some of them are short, and so on and so forth.
If you start spending the money, you can get anything you want.
Yeah, so I probably would have collected one a day, so I think I have 3 now at this point.
Okay. You have nearly chewed through that 1,000 eddies that you made on that one day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go.
What you got? You got the bubble bath. You got what? Are you laying on the beach? What do you got?
He continually asks for boring shit.
Okay.
So it would be, sitting and watching TV for an hour or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Lauren's having a self-care moment.
Yeah. No, you've got like full-on Beaverville,
Yeah.
sitting in a room with a dog and a young boy, and the sound of cooking in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And that's like, and it's like an hour of that.
Yeah.
Where you just like vibe on that for an hour.
Yeah.
It's hard because some of it, as you start to use more and more, you start to be able to discern a little bit. Like some of it is actors, like acting out scenes for brain dances, and then some of it is like genuine experiences, and that price varies based on that a little bit. But even the ones that are actors are still very immersive and maybe not quite as addictive and stimulating in that way, but they're definitely still a very vivid escape from whatever your pain is.
Yeah, as long as the person who's actually creating the brain dance isn't an actor, is probably still pretty immersive.
Yeah, even like I said, like some of them are actors creating and they like try to feel things. They're method acting, but once in a while you can you catch the like whiff of someone who's maybe getting paid, like their mind wanders from the TV to there's a variation of quality, but Roach is pretty good about finding you the good stuff once he realizes you're a man of taste and culture. Okay, the next morning you get up, Loren. I mean, are you jonesing for more the very next day, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so you think Roach is maybe your first stop in the mornings these days?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How do we get our luck back?
It's usually end of session, so not end of day. So at the end of this session, you'll get it back. Since you spent it all, right?
I spent it all last session.
Yeah, you should have it back now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Order of events. We'll go to Dreamland first. You wake up, get your day started, and continually checking Rhonda's agent, I suppose, and you get an on my way from Manji.
Okay.
And she shows up at Dreamland. Do you have Mom there?
No. I told them to stay away.
Okay, you keep Mom at home. And she pulls up in a black cab, and gets out and opens the car door, and your father steps out of the car.
Before this happens, I'm gonna look at you and be like, before you get an itchy finger, I'm not saving him. I'm passing him off to someone else who's gonna probably kill him.
Okay. As long as he's dead.
He looks the same but different.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely lost some weight. His hair has turned, it's gotten really gray around the temples. His eyes are a little bit sunken in. The years haven't been particularly kind. And he walks in. Nautica.
Sit.
I never thought I'd see you again. Or anyone.
I pull out the gun and point it at him.
Sit.
He sits.
Why the fuck am I getting people from across the sea showing up at my business asking for you and what's in your head?
Anyone from across the Pacific. I didn't mean to get you involved in something so dangerous.
Well, here we are. So what's going on?
How's Taffy? Is your mother
No.
okay?
You'll get that information after I get mine.
I don't know. Of course, I know things. I worked for a car. You know the story.
I don't know the story because no one knows what you did for them or what you worked on or what's in your head.
I'm not sure I could tell you even if I tried. It's research.
I'm gonna ask you to try really fucking hard.
Yeah, she really wants to kill you, and I'm kind of not inclined to stop her because honestly, you were a shit dad, and I hated what you did the whole time, so.
We were working on a weaponized artificial intelligence.
God damn it.
Consciousness transfer. Kelton Morris had us working on all kinds of crazy things. He was obsessed with being able to move his brain into another body or living forever. It was mania. But
Yeah.
the other side of our research, the side that kept us in funding, was all connected to Arasaka. It was one part artificial intelligence, one part mind control. It was sophisticated systems to block off parts of your brain and shut off empathy for soldiers. All kinds of amazing, incredible science.
And supposedly Arasaka already has all of this information since you were working with them?
Not everything. You understand our relationship with Arasaka.
Okay, then tell me, what is it that Arasaka doesn't know?
Our relationship with Arasaka was not tenuous, but strained. The distance, it's difficult to communicate. And of course, Arasaka not allowed to operate in Night City or in American soil and on these states, in this continent, anywhere aside from on this side of the ocean. So anything we gave to them would have been delayed by months. So when you... Would he know when Akari fell, whatever we were working on in the last few months would have been lost to them?
Show him the drawing.
I will. Was Militech trying to get this information from you so they could use it in prison?
He looks at the drawing. I'm not sure I recognize what this is. Where did you get it?
From a brain dance that just got a bunch of people killed.
Okay. Seems... Yes, you've gotten yourself quite mixed up. I'm sorry, I wasn't much of a father. I know that you didn't have many
choices. Oh my God,
choices.
save the drama. I don't care.
If you don't mind your rude friend, I just want to talk to my daughter.
I pull the gun up and I get closer to him. I'm like, you call me rude one more time.
I'm gonna...
Yeah, she's not kidding. I don't really want tried and... I mean... It happened. It's done. I don't want your apologies. I grew up without a father, basically, so there's no relationship for me to draw on to feel sympathy right now for you saying these things. Like, you kind of...
But what I did for our family, for you and for Taffy, and so you wouldn't end up in a place like this.
How would creating weaponized AI and mind control, how is that... I mean, that's awful. Like, no one's gonna use that for good. Absolutely no one. That's gonna tear the world apart.
Didn't you have everything you wanted?
I did. And you know what I also had? I had to watch everyone else around me in this town suffer and have nothing. While all of you, corporate people, just took and made more money and gave none of it to anyone.
But if the nothings have to suffer, then we must be something.
I punch him in the face. He calls me a nothing, I punch him in the face.
Okay. Yeah, make
I
your
hit him with the
attack.
back of the gun, I guess, because I'm holding the gun.
You pistol whip him.
Pistol whip him!
Nautica, you
We'll
sort
call
of
this
feel
brawling.
this as you remember being pistol whipped the very first time you met Poltergeist.
I'm like, oh, I know that move.
Yeah, go ahead and attack.
Ooh, implode. That's probably good. Well, all right. Wow, that's as bad as it could have gone. 3?
Yeah, you catch him with the side of the pistol instead of the butt of it. Probably not causing any damage, but you definitely make your message. You get your message across without causing any real damage.
And I say, Poltergeist, I feel you, but we need him talking.
Well, not about how other people are nothing. We don't really need to hear any of that bullshit.
His insults don't matter. Only his information.
You misunderstand me. It's not. I'm just trying to save you from exactly this.
Well, here we are. So it's too late. And pretty much I think everyone wants you dead, and I'm not really inclined to save you for any reason. So unless you have some redeeming information, I don't even know if that guarantees anything.
I need you to think back to your time in Akari. I need you to think back around the end. I know about your relationship with Arasaka. Is there anyone else who was in serious competition with Arasaka for this information? I know everyone would love to get their hands on it, but was there someone else who had an actual shot at it?
Of course, corporate secrets are desirable, and Militech, Biotechnica, anybody. The research we did was world class, cutting edge. Understand? Some of it involving, and I fear this might be part of the problem. We were able to guard our secrets even from ourselves. We used a method we called the brain sever.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
I think the name is sort of self-explanatory, but
Sure is.
It's like a non-disclosure agreement times a million. There are activation codes that we use to retrieve information. I know what research I was working on, but the specifics of it would be difficult for me to just say. But perhaps you know somebody that is across the sea. They would be able to retrieve the information. If that's what you desire, then perhaps they could help you, but I wouldn't trust them.
No, I don't. And I don't really want them with this information because they're no better.
Well,
No.
what can you tell us about Rostovik and Silvoil?
A weapons manufacturer, I'm not really familiar with their work, aside from...
So you just work with the bullshit AI stuff.
Yes, the AI, like I said, so part of, it's quite fascinating, we're able to segment the brain. Part of us being able to move consciousness involved research around the brain and how consciousness works.
Wow, super cool.
Well,
Except that's
it's useful to remove empathy from soldiers.
Why? Why would we want that? We don't need more we don't need more fighting. We don't need more violence.
Well, you understand, with the correct programming, you can increase reaction time. The soldiers themselves aren't even aware of their reactions, but those tenths of milliseconds, those tenths of seconds that they're saved in their reactions by not having to process the information.
Oh, gee, I can't see this going badly.
The world is bad.
Yeah, and you helped make it that way.
I wanted to make it a little less bad for you and your mother.
What does that do to a person when you take their empathy away?
Well, it's temporary. It's reversible.
Reversible.
Anything that can be made can be unmade.
How far did you go in testing this? Are there people walking around out there that
It's beyond my knowledge. I was in research.
Do you remember or know of any scandalous rumors of any of your former employees being caught getting stepped on at the office?
He looks a little confused. Let's cut to Loren. Loren, you make your way over to Roach's. He deals, so cliche, he deals out of a van.
Okay. Is it down by the river?
Yeah, it's definitely down by the river.
Okay.
Not sure what river. But it's like a conversion van that he probably sleeps in also. But he says he likes to keep moving, just in case. You show up and he greets you, rolls up and slides up in the door. My best customer. What can I do you for?
Well, I only have about 200 eddies.
200.
What can I get for that?
Yeah, I got some pretty primo stuff. It's a little bit shorter at that price range, but we do what we can.
Family.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I think I'm starting to see what you like. Yo, did you get a look at this?
What is it?
Pretty freaky shit. Do you ever want to be stepped on?
Oh my god.
And that's when we'll go to break.
Oh my god.
What? Should have known. I knew as soon as you lifted it, I was like, God damn it.
Hello! I apologize for this short interruption, but I wanted to offer on behalf of myself and everybody involved in making this show a heartfelt thank you. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for watching Cyberpunk Edge of Extinction. We hope you're enjoying watching the game as much as we enjoy playing it. Now, if you are enjoying the show, I just want you to know that there's a whole lot more Cyberpunk Edge of Extinction, so click that subscribe button so you can come back next week and not miss any of the action. One more thing, if you have a friend or a gaming group or anybody at all that you think would enjoy this content, go ahead and share it with them. That way we can continue to grow the community and share this game with as many people as possible. But most importantly, just tune in next week for more of Cyberpunk Edge of Extinction. Once again, thank you.
Our program is made possible in part by Green Tower Games, a friendly local game shop in North Los Angeles County. Visit greentowergames.com. And by subscribers like you. Thank you.
Welcome back to Infinite Sided Dice, where we tell stories and the dice decide our fate. If you haven't yet and you're enjoying the show so far, click that like button, click that subscribe button, and if you feel so inclined, take a look at the link at the description. You can check out our Patreon. We do lots of fun stuff there. There's a Patreon exclusive Discord where we're always on talking about Cyberpunk and other TTRPG stuff. And there's all kinds of other little goodies, NPC profiles, sometimes some other little fun things we put up on Patreon just for you guys to show our appreciation. All right. Roach has got the brain dance. We come back to Loren, in conversation in progress. I assume you know immediately when he says, "Have you ever been stepped on?" what he is talking about.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go, no, but, yeah, fuck, I'm willing to try anything.
Well, can you hold on a minute? I can run a copy. I mean, this is Rhonda's shit. I can't really sell it. Got time?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know Rhonda's gone, right?
The fuck you mean gone?
I'll tell you later.
He turns around and slots the chip into a little machine he has. It's gonna take a minute. So, how you been? You enjoying the product?
Yeah, I think a little too much, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, here, if you feel like a little groggy or something like that, a little bump of the synth coke can level you out.
Yeah, I did that yesterday. It seemed to help a little.
We call it riding the brain waves.
Yeah,
You'll find your balance.
yeah. It helps get my mind off of things, you know?
Yep. That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
Get your mind off of everything. The stepping thing's pretty intense. You sure?
I'll give it a shot.
I mean, Okay. He hands you the copy.
And I grab it and I go, Rhonda got killed in knockouts.
What the fuck happened?
I have no idea.
How do you know she's dead? I mean, what?
Well, I saw her. I couldn't fix her. She was way past the cryo chamber.
Just cut down and knockouts?
Throat slit.
Why?
Beats me. I don't ask those questions. I'm up shit creek. I don't have a job.
Did somebody ice her over some fetish bullshit?
Who knows?
I know corporals are sick, but what the fuck?
I don't know. I know she was breaking someone out of prison for something. She's always, she's doing that for fighters, but this one was different. It wasn't for fighters, and I don't know. I try not to get involved, you know what I mean? But I know she's dead. I haven't worked in, I don't know, almost a week now. That's why she hasn't been calling you and it's not been open.
Well, she just gave me this, yesterday. It isn't above the table. This all happened, last night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
This brain
this
is
is my- this
really
is my
messing
fault.
you up.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'd be like, was that last night? Was that last night? Oh, yeah. I guess.
If you're spacing out, take it easy. I know it's fine. I mean, it's totally safe. But maybe you gotta slow down a little bit. You don't want to be losing time and hallucinating.
Losing time, yeah.
You sure you saw Rhonda dead?
Yeah. 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 She was dead, all right.
Okay, Kimosabi. Well, I guess enjoy the ride. Maybe cut back a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Something like that, yeah.
If there's nothing else you need.
No, we're good. I'll talk to you later. I gotta come up with some money. Figure out something to do.
Yeah, you do that.
Okay. I'll let you know. We'll be in touch.
Stay frosty, Chumba.
Okay. And then I head straight for Dreamland.
Okay. You walk in to see a man in a suit sitting in a chair. The three of them surrounding him. He looks nervous, sad, scared.
We're in your office. We're not just sitting in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm asking. I don't know. I forget where we are.
He came in and I told him to sit. But
It was pretty immediate.
Yeah.
I think.
So we're downstairs
yeah,
and the bar's
I mean, it's
closed.
closed.
Yeah.
It's empty.
Yeah,
Okay.
the bar's closed.
Cool.
I walk in the front door and I'm like, shit. I think leave you guys for a few hours and you're already into trouble again. All right, well.
We're not the ones in trouble here. Hey, Loren.
All right, well. So, you were saying maybe you might want to hire me? I'm kind of needing some work.
Yeah, we can work something out.
I got that chip thing that you guys were, whatever. Here you go.
What the fuck? How?
Where'd you get this?
Classic Loren priorities.
How?
Where did you get it?
Oh, my brain dance, the guy who does the brain dance stuff at Knockouts. He had it.
Would I know his name? Would we know his name at all?
Roach.
I don't know if you would. You'd know Roach.
I know Roach.
Could he have
Roach, this.
killed? He killed Would he?
No.
I don't know the guy.
Roach is a fucking idiot.
I mean, that's what I thought. But if he had this,
I don't see why he would even really be incentivized to.
Did he-
Well, it's a copy. He made a copy.
I'm sorry, he has the original?
Can we smoke in here as I'm already smoking?
you're fine.
Did he steal it from Rhonda? Did he?
No, he said Rhonda gave it to him.
Did you tell him he might be in danger?
Is he in danger?
Considering that Rhonda was killed for that, and they still don't have
You don't
it.
know that.
It's the only thing that connected her. It's the only thing she had that Gio also had at one point.
that we know of.
I mean, are you willing to gamble Roach's life on it?
Ooh.
I think you buzz him, and you let him know.
Or we don't, and we stake out his place.
Ooh, I love that.
Okay, so now Roach is bait.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, what does this mean to you?
I knew that was coming.
Ruthless. Oh my god.
Yeah, he immediately his eyes glaze over, totally caught. Being forced a brain dance without knowing what is about to happen is probably a pretty mind-fucking kind of thing. He lets out kind of a noise, and then...
You heard us talking about brain dances.
Sure. It was a little unexpected.
That's fair.
He's with that dice roll. He's not able to communicate while he's in the dance, but he does make some wincing, and he looks a little pained, and then kind of his face goes taut with all kinds of twisting from emotion to emotion. And then it appears that dance ends, and he kind of reaches back and tries to.
I'll take it out.
You pull it out. He's like, well, those were co-workers. That was Madeline. I'm not sure who the gentleman was.
Did you recognize the gentleman that interrupted them?
Oh, fuck. It was pretty intense. I think it's right on the edge of my... If I could see a picture of him somehow. I'm sorry, no.
Okay.
Did you recognize what was on the computer?
That was... that makes sense.
Yes.
It was half finished pieces of an idea. I think I may not be able to. My brain, like I said, we used.
Well, I know what this is.
I can only see half of what is there.
You said everything that can be done can be reversed, so...
By somebody else. Whoever hired us knows how to get what's in there.
But I don't want them to know what's in there.
No, me neither. I don't necessarily need what's in there.
It doesn't mean... Is there anyone here that can reverse it that isn't across the Pacific?
I'm afraid. No. No. Someone else from Akari? Someone that knew what was going on?
Why would they want you specifically? There's got to be other people in your department that they could go after.
You know that many of my colleagues are dead.
Yeah, not all of them.
Militech was quite thorough. I imagine I'm only spared because they were working on a way to get whatever it is from me.
Do you think you're the last one?
I don't know. Maybe Madeline here, whoever this gentleman is. He could probably help us.
But you don't remember who he is.
But you remember who Madeline is? It may be.
Is she alive?
I don't know. I have no way of knowing. I've been imprisoned.
What's her last name?
Madeline. Something... Madeline Turnkey. That seems right. I can't be sure.
Okay. Now what?
Can I see?
No, she's fine though.
That's something, I guess.
Watch him.
I have no reason to believe that what's coming out of him. He doesn't appear at first glance to be hiding anything. Right? It's really just this is all he has.
This is what he's giving you what he can. He's scared and scared enough to tell you what he can. He's trying to just stay alive. It's difficult for him. We could, with the correct equipment, we could extract the images from this brain dance. Possibly that would be helpful.
Yeah, that was a thought we had. Give us a second. Can you watch him? Just punch him if he tries to get up.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll punch him.
No, I want to talk to you two over here.
Yeah, I mean, I can watch him, I guess, but
I'm
It's
paying
just-
you. I'll pay
no,
you.
I know. It's just okay.
Okay. We don't need to go up to my office, but just walk to the other side or whatever, so he can't hear. I don't know what to fucking do. I mean, obviously he's a liability, but we don't know if there's more people that know this without him. We don't know. I don't want them to have him, but I'm
a little confused as to why you're doing all of this.
Oh, well, I was threatened, and all my family and friends were threatened to be murdered if we didn't, so...
No, I mean, you were threatened. They want you to bring him to them.
Yes.
So why do you care what they're gonna do with him? Why do you care what's in his head?
Don't you hate corpos?
I do.
So why would you want the people across the Pacific to have the kind of information he's talking about?
It's because we're talking about, we're talking about some world-changing shit here. If what he's saying is in his head.
They get that info. They're not staying over there for long. They're gonna use it.
Yeah, but then what? So we get the information and then we sell it to some other fucking corporation? Because
No.
you're gonna hand your dad over no matter what.
No, I was planning on handing him over and maybe having you staked out somewhere to snipe him once they have him.
But then wouldn't they? Well,
If we're talking
we
about,
could try that.
That's why I'd like to talk right now, because we seem to be in a predicament of sorts.
we're painted into a corner. Look, okay. We don't know if somebody else has the information, so it's not like they lose him.
There might be other people for them to go after.
Yeah, he wasn't the only one. Possibly. The other thing is, now we got Roach out there with the brain dance.
Yeah.
right? We can still go to JJ's and see if we can't chase down that lead.
I don't think JJ's gonna know about where to get this weapon.
Okay. I know this.
But he can probably extract the brain dance.
JJ?
Maybe?
We might as well go to Roach, who we know can do that. JJ
I thought
works
he
with-
just sold them. I didn't know he had anything to do with that
I mean, if he
shit.
can copy them, he probably can.
All right.
Yeah. Good chance. We can. It's worth a try. But
The problem is, if we kill him now, then those guys are gonna kill all of us.
But then, yeah, I understand, but why do we even need to extract the information at all in the first place? We could just kill them. We could kill him when we hand him over. Why do we need to know?
I'm not sure.
Are you going to sell it to somebody?
No.
I mean, information gets you dead, so what's the point?
I'm not sure that this is a conversation about us trying to get the information, just trying not to hand it over.
Okay, then why do we need to extract the brain dance at all?
I don't know. I don't care about
Then
that.
let's not do it.
I mean,
Let's hand him over and then shoot him. Why do we need to know the information?
because if he just had some banal information that we didn't care about, then we wouldn't have to shoot him necessarily.
Well, no.
Go show him how to make robot
But
puppies
what are you
or some
going
shit
to
over
do
there.
with this information is what
Okay,
I'm
let's-
asking. It
let's-
doesn't make any
Nothing.
sense to
Okay,
me.
okay.
Then why do we need to know?
Why are you arguing? We already
Because
know.
information gets you killed.
What,
Well,
don't
we
you
already know
understand
it, so what's
that-
the point?
But also, not having information gets you killed. It got Rhonda killed, right? It got Bada Bing killed, right?
I mean, I don't know about that. I think they could have known a lot.
There's
We
something
just met them. We don't know them.
they were fucking around. They knew somebody wanted something on a thing. They didn't know what the thing was, but they were like, but they want it, so therefore I want it, and I think that's a good idea.
So aren't we doing the same thing?
No.
Other people want some information,
because
so
we're-
now we want it, and we're gonna get ourselves killed?
No, because we're gonna know they're coming after
These
us.
people were gonna kill us whether we knew the information or not.
What do you think is happening here? What do you think is going on?
I have no
They're coming to
idea.
get us right now. They're on their fucking way.
Then let's leave.
And-
Why do we need to know the information? We just
and we're
become
gonna go
more
so-
of a target.
But let's be clear about what we're trying to get. We're talking about two different things: what's in his head
Yes.
and what's on that brain dance.
Okay.
Whoever killed those people are not the people that asked us to get him.
I mean,
Yes,
it
I
might
know.
be because what's in here sounds like it has to do with what he was doing.
I think they're connected.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But why hire us and then smoke these two? Right? And still end up empty-handed, by the way. And still, they're just sitting around waiting. They're saying like, we'll come after you if you don't get them.
There's way too much emotion in your voice and that impression of our friend Jean.
But what does getting this information get us?
This is true.
That we don't already have.
Whether you're right or not, we already have the information, so arguing the point now is very moot.
I'm not really interested in knowing what it means. It's just knowing what it means for us. Do you understand?
I'm trying to understand. What does it mean for you, Ricky?
And-
What does it mean?
It means that I get to know why someone's coming after me. Do you understand? As opposed to
Why does it
operating in the
matter
dark.
why someone's coming after you? If they come after you, you kill them, and that's the end.
All right. Set it up. Go ahead. Break it down. Tell me how many people are coming. Tell me how many angles they're coming at you from. Tell me, if they're coming at you with an army, what the fuck are you going to fight them with? You're going to fight them with the information. That's all you got.
I don't see how that's helpful.
Or, well, I mean, we could fight and die. That's cool, too. You want to do that?
Yeah, I'd rather do that.
Because we can
If they're coming after us anyway, what does it matter? What is this information? What kind of leverage are we getting? If there's a whole army coming across the Pacific to come after us like you think, then why would it even matter that we have this info? Because what's going to happen is we have the info. Okay, so what leverage do we have? Okay, we could try to be like, oh, don't shoot us. We'll give you the information. That's great. So what do? We give them the information and then they kill us anyway. What's the point?
I think we're talking about different things. I'm not necessarily trying to extract this information. I just want to find a way not to give it to them. I think that's what you and I are talking about. because of what they will do with it.
Right.
The only reason I want to know what's on that brain dance is because I want to know how it's connected.
Ultimately, you and your corpo-hating glory, we're on the same page there, don't want them to make the world worse. So we're trying to stop them from don't you, like...
Yes, so we hand him off, and I am over there, and I snipe him. I don't know why we need to even extract the information from him.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Great.
what I just suggested.
Great.
I still want to know who this other player is, because it's not...
What do you mean who the other player is?
I'm sorry. I thought you were a pro. You don't want to know your enemy? Isn't that part of the job? Know your enemy. Do your job.
Enemies are all
do
the
research.
same.
No, they're not.
They are.
They're not the same.
I'm sure I've killed a lot more people than you.
Have you really?
I have.
Listen, you don't even know where to find the weapons. Right?
I don't need to. I have the weapons I need.
You've never been anywhere near the street. All right?
I absolutely have.
You were molded in a laboratory, and someone gave you everything you needed.
I was not molded.
How did Red Ghost die? Did he have information and was killed for it?
No. He killed himself. He was done.
And you watched it. And you watched it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah? Is she lying? Can I roll for it?
Roll human perception, and Anais roll either persuasion or deception. So, you work for Nautica?
I guess now I do.
Is she a good boss?
I don't know, I just started.
18.
13.
Are you telling the
I'm
truth?
telling the truth.
You watched him kill himself.
Yep.
Okay. How did he do it? Just a gun
Ricky,
to the
that's
head?
not important.
Pills? It's a little bit.
Not really. I just want to know why you argued with him. Did you argue with him this much? Didn't he deal in information? And taking people down?
Yeah, but he knew when to stop.
That's fine.
And we use the information we got to get leverage on people. It doesn't make sense, information just for information's sake.
This is to get leverage.
What leverage? What's your plan, Ricky? Tell me.
Well,
Anais, roll D10.
3.
It's just enough. You see an image of a note in your hand. You can't read the words. You're back in reality. You see her go away for a second.
hello? Hello?
Yes?
Is this a thing? Is this where you went during the fight?
What are you talking about?
What are you not telling us? Because here's the thing, you're asking me what my plan is. That's part of the problem, isn't it? I didn't plan any of this. My point is to be as informed as humanly possible so I can give myself the best chance. Which I think, I don't know, that's fair. But what's your whole thing?
My whole thing?
I don't know, you're kind of in love with a going out in a blaze of glory situation right here. There's this level of defeatism here that I think defies levels of self-preservation that I would trust in most people.
I wouldn't call it defeatism. I think you and I just have a different idea of what it takes to survive. And maybe you do need information, but I don't. I'm stronger than you.
I think you tell yourself that because you're really scared that it's not true.
It is true. And do you want me to prove it?
What, you gonna punch me in the face?
I'll punch him in the
All right.
face.
Jesus fuck.
I dodge.
Yeah. You can try.
And it's just straight, hold on, evasion for me.
Yes. Yeah, you'll roll evasion.
Explodes.
Just like Ricky's face. Is about to.
37.
What was your evasion?
20.
Roll damage and re-roll 1d6 if you want.
Nice. 18 damage.
Wham! No crits.
No crits.
So that you're wearing your armor, thank God. But you take 7 points of damage to your hit points.
Okay.
Oh, it ignores half your armor, so strike that. You take 12 points of damage to your hit points.
Okay. I forget where the fuck am I hit points?
Yeah, it's
Combat. Well,
In combat.
Combat.
There we go.
that's what happens. We haven't fought anything in so long.
Okay, 12.
Yeah. How does everyone? Okay. If we want to, if this is going to continue, we can roll initiative between the three of you.
I am going to say,
I wasn't gonna.
Are you in earshot of Loren?
I was gonna say fucking Loren. Can you stop? You stop.
lucky shot.
Stop.
Can I-
Antagonizing right now.
There's nothing lucky about
Can I
it.
stop what? I'm not doing anything.
No, not you. You help. You stop. You tell me what your plan is. If we give him over, you shoot him, and they still come after us all.
No.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking for her plan.
No. She told me everything I needed to know.
Okay, that's nice. This is what I need to know. You can tell me what you need to know later. I'm just curious. Fucking humor me.
Well, we kill your dad. We take out as many of them as possible. And then we start moving.
Not the most sustainable of plans, but I see its merits. Now, what did you figure out besides how to bleed from your face more?
Don't trust her. She's either dying or wants to die.
Remind you that
Just walk away.
if you don't hand over your dad, Jean is going to seek retribution
Right.
through your family
No, I know.
and all of that. So just killing him won't satisfy that agreement.
No, the plan would be to hand him over, and once they have him, kill him.
Okay. Great.
Is apparently the best plan we have.
It's not much of a plan, but as the recently deceased Rhonda Lee said, even half a plan is better than no. Half a bad plan is better than no plan. But what do we do next, today, now? You can put the crane in the window. You can continue to question your dad. You floated the idea of going back to Roach. There's some options on the table. I've heard a lot of options and a lot of arguing. So let's figure out where we want to move next.
Listen, Shipwrecked, you can do whatever it is you want to do as long as your dad ends up dead at the end.
No, you know what? You don't get that anymore. Sorry.
You think we can just...
No. She doesn't get to decide if he dies. He's your dad.
Well, yeah, I know.
And I don't care if it's my decision, Ricardo. What do you want me to say?
I'm saying, if we say he lives, he lives.
I don't really feel like fighting her. I've been on the other end of that punch, and I'm not looking to be there again anytime soon. I don't fucking know.
We print a schematic. We get Roach to print a schematic.
Why?
Or we don't get him to print a schematic and we just stake him out and see find out who killed Rhonda and who killed Gio. Find out who all the players are.
I do want to know who all we're dealing with. Do you want to know who all we're dealing with? Is that information okay?
I don't care.
Lovely. I do want to stake out Roach. So, who wants that job?
Let's do it. You know I'm with you.
I'll stay here. I mean, someone's got to watch him till we hand him off.
Let's put him in your office.
FaZe is a pretty good babysitter.
No, FaZe, you're not. You need a babysitter. You're not a babysitter.
Come on, Taffy likes me. You see the look on your dad's face.
Not like that.
Blades is probably around.
Are you guys back down in earshot with me now?
Yeah. I don't want to put her at risk like that.
Who could watch him? Do we still have contact with Santiago's?
Tiny can watch him.
We just get everybody to watch him.
You got FaZe, you got Knuckles.
Yeah,
there's
we-
a few other
All right,
piranhas
all right.
around.
Let's get the
Get the
piranhas.
piranhas.
You do have a holding cell. We used it for Harlan, so
Great.
if you want to lock him up, you can do that.
Yes. Holding cell, piranha, watch.
Back in a cell, Nautica, you really don't have to do this.
Hey, at least there's no Militech around. I throw him a blanket from my cabinet of blankets. Maybe it's FaZe's
I guess that's why
blanket.
they call it Dreamland. It's just all blankets all the way down.
Everyone's always napping.
Yeah, that's right. There's no closet of blankets.
I took it to a very literal place under my...
Cool. So, let's talk timeline really quick. You left Roach. You went directly to Dreamland. This conversation happened in real time.
Like 30,
Half hour.
30 minutes.
Bliss.
Excuse me. All right. And you're heading back to Roach's current location, or where the last place you left his van?
Yeah, but we're staking him out. So, right?
Yeah, I mean, he, has customers, so is he like a fucking food truck that tweets out where he's gonna be at that day, or how do you find this guy?
We're probably tailing him.
Yeah, I don't know the inner workings of him or how I just call him and ask him if I can come over. He tells me where he's at.
Oh, then do that.
You don't have a tracer in one of those magic fingers, do you?
I mean, since we're going to him, do you think I can get an advance on my pay?
Yes, I'll pay you half for this job, whatever it ends up being.
Okay.
How much money do I have to pay him? What are my funds? What are my Dreamland funds for employment?
Petty cash. I mean, you have thousands available to you. You probably wouldn't be able to sustain a really high daily rate of whatever. I think we worked out that he was making probably 200 a day, something like that at
It
knockouts.
was 300.
Yeah, 300 a day.
300 or 33. 333.
Yeah, I think there was probably a little on top, so you probably make 300 a day, and then she gave you 1,000 for that job. So a high risk day rate job, like running a heist on a casino, maybe he makes 1,000 a day, but the sort of payroll day to day, you could definitely sustain him you could throw him 300 now, or if you want to say this is for the job, that's up to you guys. But you're on your way. Supposedly, guy's going to give you $25K. I think you probably have 4,000 or 5,000 in the Dreamland operating funds. But if you emptied that, you'd have trouble paying everybody else.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, not. Yeah, I'll advance him his day rate. What time is it? It's the morning.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'll give him what you said it was 300 his day rate?
300 for the day. If that's the
So I'm
minimum.
going to text Roach and be like, okay, I have another 300. Coming back to you.
He's still at the same spot.
See you in 5, 10, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, he's still in the same spot. So you're gonna head back to Roach's van. Is that the plan? Dad's in a cell? Okay. I'm just rolling for every 10, let's see.
Gene didn't tell me how quickly someone would be there if I put the crane in the window, right? He just said put it there and someone will show up.
When you're ready, put the crane up.
Okay.
And we'll find you.
Okay.
Do you want to make that stop first?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I know I'm on a timer with that because they're watching us.
Do you walk up to Roach and get...
I'm gonna walk straight up to him and be like, all right, I got another 300. There's a whole story about the stepping thing, but in the meantime, gotta get something nice to enjoy.
I got put one aside for you. So he takes your 300 and slides you another BD chip. He's like, you ever want to take it up a notch? I got a piece of gear for you. It's not cheap. And he shows you this like oscillator, and he's like, you gotta be careful with this. Don't fuck around, but you can turn. What you do is you run the chip here, plug it in here. For in case things start to go numb, I mean, it happens. After a while, you're not gonna feel as much. It's just how it is. So, a little bit of extra juice here on the oscillator turns the volume up. It's pretty fucking wild.
How much a thing like that run you?
I could probably get you one for like $2K. But you can't turn it all the way up. Fucking scramble your brains.
Fair
Actually, why don't you prove to me that you can go a few weeks without hallucinating or... Yeah?
enough. Yeah, I mean, it's already been like 2 weeks, right?
4 days.
So, anything else you need, man? You need some sleep, brother.
What are you talking about? I'm not tired.
Me right now.
I'm not tired. We've only been playing Cyberpunk for 10 hours straight. Yeah, okay. Why don't you give me a luck roll, Danny? Under your luck.
Under my luck.
For those of you wondering, this is a house rule that we use.
Ooh, 7, and my luck is 8.
Whoa, you're lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you
stat.
are. I got
You have a
really
high
low
luck.
luck. Yeah. Nice.
You walk out of there without any further incident.
Scary GM shit.
I've been keeping them in this like bag. Put it in a little bag, and then I put it in my pocket.
Yeah. It's becoming quite a collection.
Yeah, I think I've got 4 now.
What do the three of you do while Danny makes this?
I'm sorry. You called him over. Did you heal me?
Oh.
Oh, I did not.
Okay. All right. No problem.
If you want to retcon that he hit you with a speed heal, that would be fine. If you want to use one.
Okay.
I don't really want to use one, but I would.
You don't have to.
It's not time.
But I paid you
I mean,
as to be medical staff for my establishment, so.
fair enough. So if that's going to be the case, all right. Well, I can hit him with a speed heal, but you know, these are tools for the job. I can't supply all these drugs. Just saying.
Yeah. We'll get some.
I'll get him one now.
They
but
aren't free to
you're
make
gonna have
it.
to replenish my kit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
How many do you
Just
have on you,
making
just so
sure.
everyone is
4.
sort of aware? So you're using one of 4 of them if
Yeah.
you're doing that right now. So
And what does that get you?
that gets your body plus... what's your speed heal get him? That's your body plus D10, I think. It's like an immediate day of rest.
Oh.
All right.
Body but D plus D10, so that gets me 11.
Okay. So
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'll double check that once we're done. Before any combat or anything.
Cool.
So you walk away. What do the three of you? Are you watching? Are you hidden? Are you what?
So if we're really staking him out, the thing, what's Roach doing? Is he getting back in his van and driving away? Is he hanging out?
He's sort of operates out of the back of his van. You see Loren go up. The door slides open. Loren hops in. There's a little seat where they can sit and have a conversation. He's in there for 5 minutes or something, and then you see Loren come out.
So.
But what I'm asking is, during that 5 minutes, what are you guys doing?
Sure.
Sorry.
I want to have a conversation alone with Ricky, but I don't know if this is the time.
I'm just gonna be trained looking.
Okay.
Fully just gun out, scoping the place.
Great.
Forever.
Okay.
So if you've
leave, got this. We'll be
won't-
right back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna follow you or anything.
So you pick a vantage point and are watching through a scope at the van.
Which is what I would have done, but since she's doing it, we can talk.
Great.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to do.
You took my job. What the fuck do we do?
You got. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to narrow down what you're talking about. About who? About what?
About any of it. I don't know what to do. Every option I look at sucks.
Yeah. Lots of plays here, but none of them have any guarantees. Look, we hand him over. We hand your dad over. There's a chance that whatever they extract from his head, they can't use it anyway. Right? They're grasping at straws. They're missing something. They're hoping he has it.
I mean,
But since we never got to finish our discussion about what to do when you get your hands on the information.
well, I don't need any more information.
Right.
That's where I differ. I don't know if you feel like you need more. I don't need more.
I
This
need
is
to
the-
know who's coming after us. That's it.
Yes. All I want to know right now, it changes things. If it's Gene and Co. who are coming after Geo and Rhonda, if it's them, then we're royally fucked. If it's another player, we might be able to pin my dad's death on them somehow so that they don't come after us afterwards.
Or, yeah, we see if we can't find a way to play them against each other. If they're so, there's a scenario where these are rival players.
I mean, it could be Militech, and then they are rival players.
Militech handed over your dad. I mean, but unbeknownst to them, is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm assuming that it wasn't like they're
Yeah.
probably not happy he's gone.
Yeah, and they're possibly looking for him. So, all we can do, I think.
I think the second we figure out who the fuck is coming after the brain dance, I'm putting the crane in the window, and we're either hoping for the best and then running and hiding, or we're pinning it on a separate group.
What? One of your biggest strengths is being able to go public with factual information.
Yeah,
I don't know what you would go public with.
exactly.
Right. I don't know how we'd pin anyone against the wall with this. I don't
No,
even
because
know.
we put the information out there, then we just start an even bigger war for the information. It's not gonna help anything.
Then that's it. We figure out who this is. Then
I just want
then
a
we put the-
scenario in which they don't go after everyone after we hand him over anyways.
And we have no guarantee of that.
No, not unless this is a separate group and we can...
We can decide how we hand him over. We could be nowhere near him when we hand him over.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Let's see who this is. We put the crane in the window. I like that idea. I agree with you.
All right. Yeah.
Just so you know, I actually like her.
Yeah, she's growing on me.
But I just don't trust her. It's like
No, I don't.
it's like
Of course not.
It's like putting a saddle on a nuke and riding it into the ground.
Yeah. I mean, there's no... She has no attachment to anything or anyone, so she, like you said, can go out guns blazing, which is, like, great to have on your side in a fight, but also not helpful for planning anything.
It's bullshit. She's just running.
Hey guys, what are we talking about?
Hey, Loren.
Are you back?
Before that, no,
Hey, buddy!
that doesn't happen.
And then, yeah, so we finished that conversation. Sure.
While you're having that conversation, Lauren, make a human perception roll.
Ooh, explode.
Ooh.
13 plus.
So perceptive.
24.
Yeah, Lauren, you walk, maybe trying not to draw attention to the secretive positions that they've taken up because of whoever may or may not be watching Roach's van. You start walking down the street. As you get to the end of the block with a 24, the hair on the back of your neck stands up just a little bit. And walking in the other direction is a man in a long black overcoat. Something about the way he smells, the way he's moving, the way he steps alerts you to something with a 24, and you turn. And if it was concealable, it would be concealed. But underneath this overcoat, you catch a glimmer of an enormous blade. And he's walking with purpose directly towards Roach's van.
Do I see this?
Make a perception check using whatever solo ability you have turned on.
I don't know if I can change it right now. Does that feel broken? I won't change it.
I would say whatever you would have chosen to use while you were staking out the van is what you should have on.
Okay. I'll do that then.
Okay.
Great. Explodes
Same here.
for a 30.
With a 30. You're at distance, staring through the scope of your rifle. The man does a good job of concealing his weapon. He's moving with purpose. The scope itself, perhaps you're trained a little too narrowly. You don't see it down the block like Loren does. I almost said Logan. Like Loren, you clock this guy and he moves past you. How do you react?
How far away am I from them?
From them? Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking of this sort of like a big triangle. Van, a bit down the street at an angle is where they staked it out.
Are we up and out looking out a window in a building, or are we on the ground?
You can tell me your vantage point. They left you alone. So if you're in a building, they're in another room, or doing maybe if
Or did
you're
we stay in our
on a
vehicle?
fire
I don't
escape.
remember.
I don't know if we
Yeah,
have
I'm on a
vehicle.
fire escape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I'm picturing the way I pictured this all working out is Poltergeist is on a fire escape with a sniper rifle trained down at the van, watching through the scope, viewing everything that you did. You two, urgent conversation regarding what you're going to do about
Everything.
Poltergeist, about everything. Take a few, move out of earshot. I assume you had to have moved out of earshot.
Absolutely, yeah.
Poltergeist. So you're another like 50 yards down the road, down an alley in the other direction. You walked down the block this way, got a full city block before this guy passed you. So you're pretty far from everybody. So you're basically twisting in the wind down at the end of the street. Bad dude just walked past you. He's maybe maybe 15, 20 yards past you by the time you turn around and see what you see. And you know where Poltergeist is, though.
I'm going to signal her some military signals, hoping that she might know them.
Okay.
From the time I spent in the service, and like do some signals to say like this guy's got a blade and it's right here and he's walking this way, whatever. Like
sure. Yeah, I think. All right. I like that. And with a 30-odd perception, you clock that, but he's moving quickly with purpose, and by the time you get your eye back to the scope, he's right at the door of the van.
And how far away am I?
Okay, across the street on a fire escape. We're looking at. You're looking at DVs for shots here.
I'm looking at range.
Sure. Yeah, you would have picked a range that was suitable for your rifle, especially if you're holding with a sniper rifle. So let's put you. Does this make sense? 20, 30, 40. Any more than 40 yards is going to be more than the street, I think. That seems about right to me. Yeah, I would put you in 40 yards.
40 yards. Great. I'm gonna, he's right up at the van. Mm-hmm. Where's Loren?
Loren is
right at the van.
Not
no,
right at the
I
van.
walked away. I'm quite far away.
If you're just signaling and staying where you are,
Great.
he's pretty far.
I'm taking. You guys are gonna fucking hate me. I'm gonna take the shot.
I love
Okay.
it.
Headshot.
Sounds good to me.
This is initiated while we're still in conversation?
Yeah,
We're not
so you're in
aware.
mid-conversation right now.
Great.
And you hear... yeah. Is this a silent sniper rifle?
I just have the normal one because I
Okay.
didn't upgrade it.
Oh no, then it's going. We're gonna hear it.
How abandoned is this part of town? Is he like
It's not a great part of town.
so they hear gunshots all the time, probably?
It's Night City, baby.
That's Night City, baby.
I don't know if NCPD is going to come running when they hear a single pop.
Great. Cool. I'll take the shot. 21.
21. Did you... I think we said headshot.
Oh, I didn't... How does that work?
It would be
you
a -8.
subtract
I'm
something?
sorry, I didn't mean to just put that in your brain. A headshot, just so before you make this decision, we can retcon. If you want, you can roll it again, but a headshot is -8.
I think I wouldn't have since I was
Okay. Not at
focused
the right
on
range.
perceiving and not precise shooting.
It's so funny that the difference between 50 yards and 51 yards is huge. Yeah, but it still wouldn't matter. You still wouldn't make it. Okay, so you just shoot him. All right. Okay, you hit him. Roll your damage.
I'm gonna steal one of these.
Yes.
Because somebody took my dice. No crits. Damn, that kind of sucks. 11. 11 damage on 5d6. Would you look at that?
Yeah, you know the minute you pull the trigger. I think you're just... Maybe you're pissed off from this morning and your breathing is just... You're like, God damn it. You try to slow your heart rate and it just doesn't slow to the appropriate amount. And maybe you consider the headshot and get a little flustered and instead you just hit him in a shoulder and you just can tell the minute it hits that that's where an armor plate was. And you are in mid-conversation, you're just about to say the last thing that you say, and you hear as the sniper rifle goes off. You see through your scope, you see down the block, he turns, his jacket opens up, and he whips out this huge blade and looks right fucking at you.
Good.
And that's where we're going to end this episode of Cyberpunk Age of Extinction.
You're gonna make us wait for the combat?
I'm sorry.
My tummy hurts from all the fighting.
Sorry, but it's
That's time.
It is way past when we were supposed to end. We're about an hour and a half long, and I'm very excited to see how this fight resolves, and I'm sure you all are too. So make sure you smash that subscribe button. We will find out this mystery man with his enormous flaming cleaver, and at how the party manages to survive this encounter next week, next episode of Cyberpunk Age of Extinction.
Bada bing's in the chat, y'all.
Subscribe,
Bada
like,
bings.
go to the
Wait,
Patreon,
wait.
subscribe. Yes.
I would like to congratulate Poltergeist for being the first to damage Ricky in like 10 episodes. Very good job.
Ricky, no more.
I don't know how many episodes it's been. There's
She
been
made
many.
you bleed your own blood.
My own blood.
Oh, man.
Bleed my own blood. Very
Thank
good.
you all for watching and
God.
supporting the channel. Until next time, we love you very much.
Bye.
Bye.